Welcome to Triple Overtake, the podcast where we talk all things F1 related. I'm your host, Kylan. With me, my brother,
Mason.
What are you laughing at? And my dad,
Bjorn.
Before we get into this episode, you can email us at tripleovertake@gmail.com, where we will answer your questions on air. You can also find us on Instagram, X, and YouTube. First thing we'll talk about is the first lap of the race and the incident between George and Lewis Hamilton.
To me, it looked like a racing incident. I'm not sure where the stewards expected Lewis to go. And it almost looked like George kind of came across in front of Lewis. And, one could say that George turned into Lewis. Not aggressively, but I'm not sure, again, what the steward saw that validated a 5-second penalty. Nonetheless, George is out of the race. His race is done. Lewis's race is uncompromised, having to eventually serve that 5-second penalty. I think, like Jakesy said in the broadcast, stewards are probably looking at the fallout or the results of that incident. And since George's race was finished after that contact, they decided to penalize Lewis.
And we saw later in the race, Charles blocking Piastri, making a little bit of contact, but obviously Piastri continued on, even though he had slight damage. I'm not sure how much he had or how much it affected his race, but they didn't deem it enough to give Charles a penalty. It's just weird seeing them base the penalties off of outcome.
Mm-hmm. Because I would say the incident between Charles and Oscar, Charles was a little more aggressive, actually made that move that initiated the contact. And then later on, towards the end of the race, Mercedes told Kimi that Charles was squeezing people into turn 5, so to be on the lookout for that. So maybe they were trying to influence the stewards, but they'd already made their decision by then. It seems like it was outcome-based in this particular race. And I think the incident with Charles and Oscar was more egregious, probably more deserving of a penalty, but that one got no penalty. Lewis and George was a racing incident. George even said in the interview pen that it was a racing incident. So I just still scratch my head with what the stewards are looking at and what their decisions are. At least it came out during the race, so Hamilton did have an opportunity to serve it during the race.
I think this just goes back to whoever's corner it is. We've seen that a lot last year in 2024 with Max, knowing the rules on whose corner it is, and you basically own that corner. Which is, it's the rules, but it's still questionable.
But then you look at F2 where Solov was ahead of Kamara, then Kamara basically squeezed him off the track, which then compromised Solov's race, the remainder of his race, and there was nothing there, even though Solov was ahead at the apex, and I don't know how you can make it more consistent. Again, you're looking at you have people involved that are making judgment calls, and it's not a perfect system, but it's a system we have. I guess we learn to live with it. Makes good talking points, though.
Yeah.
Right, Mason?
Mm-hmm. That lap 1 incident brought up the safety car. Hadjar went for something interesting. He started on the hard tires, then he pit for medium tires, then went back into the pits the next lap for hards again, so that he could theoretically go to the end, which he didn't, but he had the option to.
I think it was a smart choice.
Yeah.
Try something and see if it works.
Obviously, starting from the back of the grid, might as well.
There's nothing to lose at that point. Everything to gain. It was the right call. And then he did luck out with the later, was it VSC at that time?
Mm-hmm.
So he was able to dive into the pits and get new tires again, which kept him in contention. Didn't have to worry about his tires falling off, then didn't have to manage them anymore. which is good. I mean, what a race to go from the back of the grid to P6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, what a great outcome for him. It kind of shows what that Red Bull can do too.
Yep. Trying to think through the events of the race here. Max passed Kimi on the first straight. Is that on the
Oh,
Camel or is that
No, and
up
Eau
to Eau
Rouge.
Rouge?
Yeah, up to Eau Rouge. You got him.
I think Kimmy got him right back.
Mm-hmm. And then George had, or not George, Charles had all sorts of deployment and was able to make his way to the front of the field in a relatively short amount of time.
Yeah. I think after lap 1 and the safety car ending, not much really happened until the pit stops. I think who was it that came in first?
Was it Gasly? Gasly came in first.
Yeah, but like in the front runners.
Oh. Kimmy, wasn't it?
Was it?
Or was it
Oh.
Max?
I don't remember.
This is sad. We just watched the race.
Yeah. I don't know. Someone pit and that brought in
They all
other
did.
people.
Yeah, then they all pit in short order.
Mm-hmm. Lewis came in under VSC after Charles, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a 5-second penalty. So after serving that, someone on the front right tire was still there when the green light was initiated in the pit box, and he was still in front of the car. I believe he's okay, so that's good.
Excuse me. Yeah, he is okay. Could have been much worse. Very, excuse me, scary moment for the Ferrari team and for that particular gentleman, and for Lewis too. You'd hate to be the cause of someone's injury, or worse. He is okay. He did get a fine, or Ferrari was fined for an unsafe release. Um, so thankfully, didn't affect the rest of his race because he was racing well too. But that 5 second penalty and then having that longer delay in the pit lane didn't help things. But Ferrari were looking good this race. The knock against them all season so far is they have good qualifying pace, but they don't have good race pace. So I think they showed today that they have good race pace too. I mean, Charles was able to hold Kimi back for quite a while. I mean, Kimi eventually overtook him, but then Kimi didn't really break away. I mean, Charles was right there for several laps, um, putting pressure on him anyway. So I don't think we can say Ferrari doesn't have race pace anymore. I think they do, at least on this track. And
I mean, obviously the VSC helped them out quite a bit, but still they did show pretty good pace. Yeah, Charles got out ahead of Kimi. I think Lewis came out ahead of Hajar.
mm-hmm.
I think he chased down Piastri and eventually was able to pass him. I think also he wanted to change on his front wing, which Ferrari weren't able to get to with the penalty, and then whatever happened on that pit stop. So he wasn't feeling the best in that car.
No, and apparently the tire strategy wasn't what they had discussed, or he wasn't told that they were in Plan B. He was a little unhappy with that, and then not getting the front wing change that he wanted. I thought this one was interesting. Carlos Sainz, even though he had damage to his front wing, Behrman reported on the radio that the condition of Sainz's front wing was dangerous. But when Carlos went in, he didn't want his front wing changed, which seemed odd.
He said it was floor damage, not wing damage.
Okay.
That's what he claimed.
We don't see a lot of live footage of the back of the grid, so we don't really know what happened.
Williams doesn't get a lot of airtime.
They never showed Franco's double overtake on full screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
in
was beautiful.
Little tiny
Mhm.
box.
Yep. That was cool. And they weren't showing Hadjar's overtakes. I mean, he was granted it's backfielders, but still, there wasn't a lot of action going on in the race. Show me Hadjar making these overtakes.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have got driver of the day then, if they actually
Maybe,
showed it.
right?
Before the VSC, I think both Alpines and both Racing Bulls cars went into the pit, got new hard tires. I think the Audis stayed out and got the benefit of that VSC.
Mm-hmm.
So we had the order was Bortoleto, Lindblad, Lawson, Gasly, Colapinto. Actually, no, Hulkenberg was behind Lawson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of those cars, 6 cars, were very close together until actually Bortoleto might have been a bit ahead
It
in
was pretty
Lindblad,
much just Borletto and Lindblad were together.
and then
Then
the
it was
4 cars.
Franco, Gasly, Hulk.
Yeah.
Lindblad had a good race.
Mm-hmm.
Very good race. I mean, he was a pit stop ahead of, was it Colapinto at that point by the end of the race? I mean, he was flying in that upgraded Racing Bulls car.
Bortoleto as well, P8.
Mm-hmm.
Back-to-back P8 finishes. Great job from him.
Got lucky with that VSC too. He
Yeah.
got ahead of Lindblad by pitting under that. But he still had good pace to stay ahead of Lindblad too. So
Mm-hmm.
I think they were pretty equal on pace during that race. The Racing Bulls fought quite a bit. Gasly undercut them, and they brought Lawson in, even though he was behind Lindblad, because they wanted to protect that undercut. And they brought in Lindblad the next lap, and then that just. The Racing Bulls have really been fighting each other a lot this season.
Yeah. Lawson has a reputation of fighting teammates pretty aggressively. And Lindblad doesn't back down. I don't think any of Lawson's teammates have backed down. They're not intimidated by him. Thankfully, it hasn't cost them to this point in the season, but they're in a fight with Alpine, and they need all the points that they can get each and every weekend. So if they're fighting each other, if they're causing damage to each other, that's not going to help them at the end of the season. You know, when you're looking at all that money that's available, that's dependent upon where you stand in the Constructors' Championship. So they need to be careful doing that. It's fun to see the fighting, but just know what the rules are. Another interesting battle was Lando was asking to get the drive-by on Oscar. They say, hey, let me through. I've got more pace. Lando then passed Oscar, but then Oscar passed him right back. I'm not sure what was going on there, but that was interesting to watch and to listen to the radio as well. So
Yeah, Lando got into P1 after that VSC, and then he pit around lap 32-ish, I believe. He was chasing down Hadjar, which he was unsuccessful in. I think. What was I gonna say? Great job from Hadjar to, get that pace and hold him off. I mean, yeah, P21 to P6, great race from Hadjar. P13 to P7 for Lando, it's decent for him as well.
yeah.
I don't think Mason agrees.
it's okay.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
could have been better without those VSCs. Let's talk about the VSCs, because I think they were 3 over the course of the race because of gravel and
Right.
damage or parts of cars on the track.
I mean, it was, since it's such a long track, they can deploy the VSC and pull it quickly. So they can wait for all the cars to get by, and then they can run out, get the piece of carbon fiber, whatever it is, off the track. Other tracks, you're probably going to have a safety car or a longer VSC. So you kind of have to be in the right spot at the right time to gain from it. You understand when there's parts of cars on the track you want to have a safe driving condition, but for gravel, um, I mean, you'd be deploying the VSC a lot if you're just going to go out there and sweep up gravel. And really, to get gravel off the track, you need more than a VSC. You're probably going to need a red flag to stop all the cars. Um, I don't know. Were they necessary? I'm not sure. I mean, we've seen them drive in other races with pieces of front wing on the track, and they're just there for the entire race. So, steward's discretion, I guess, or race director's discretion.
It definitely influenced the race. I think only one of them really affected it, which was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
The one before that, only Fernando went into the pits, so that one was good. They got it in before any of the front runners got to that area. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was an entertaining race. Kimi gets his 6th win of the season. Charles is on the podium, so another strong race after his win in Silverstone. And then Max, his 3rd podium of the season as well. So pretty decent podium, pretty good podium against some 3 great drivers up there. Not the podium that I predicted, but good podium nonetheless.
Well, let's go to our fantasy. When I say it like that, fantasy predictions.
Okay.
Fantasy predictions.
The fantasy
Yes.
app, or F1 app, fantasy. I think I had the lowest amount of points this race. Takes a little while to load here.
Yeah, should have.
Is Kimi ahead of George by 50 points again?
Yes.
Yeah, but Lewis is ahead of George by
5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
So he got his gap back to where it should be after all his bad luck.
For Belgium, I got
For who? George or Kimi? They both had bad luck this year.
I suppose.
I feel like it's kind of equaling out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think George did have 2. Did he have 2 DNFs before Kimi had his 2
I think
problems?
So. Yeah.
So now George has another 3rd one. So.
Yeah.
But even if they did not, Kimi's been the better driver so far.
Definitely.
Yeah, George has just not been quite on that pace this year. He got a lot of hype early in the season after that win in Australia, and obviously Kimi going on that win streak. How many did he win in a row? 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's impressive. All right, prediction points. I had 114 points, accuracy rate of 40%, and like I said, I think I scored the fewest points this week.
I got 132 points, accuracy of 50%.
I got 185 at 70%.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the podium entirely correct, but I did not use the double, but I still got 68 points for that. And I used the double on most positions gained by a driver in the race. I did over 10, which was 30 points, but doubled was 60. So still good because I got that because of Hajar, but definitely could have been a bit better if I had doubled the podium.
Fantasy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
We could talk about the
you go team by team,
the standings for.
Okay, yeah.
No, we don't have to do that.
I'm in first.
In how many?
They're talking about the predictions.
Oh, the predictions. Okay.
Um,
Yep.
I am at that's Belgium.
955.
955. Mason is at 934 and Bjorn is at 915.
You just shot right past both of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good,
It was a good week for you.
yeah. You're gonna mention that you missed a round, Mason?
I'll mention Mason missed a round.
My fans know.
He missed a round and found out.
Okay, well, let's talk about fantasy. I'll just go first to get on from that. I got 252 points on my first team. I got rid of Liam Lawson and Ferrari for Gabriel Bortoleto, and I'm really messing up these. I don't know what's going on today. Gabriel Bortoleto,
Gabriella.
and Red Bull. So I think that got me an extra 12 points, but still good moves there. Obviously, I had Kimi and Hajar who both scored 38 points, and I had Kimi doubled, so definitely good.
I got 183 points. Yeah, my team is the same as last week. Or no, I got rid of Borletto for Lindblad, which did not work out. Wait, how many points did Borletto get?
8, I believe.
Oh, Lindblad got 5, so
Yeah.
wouldn't have made that much difference. But I'm hoping at some point in the future, Hulk can go up in budget so I can get Borletto back instead of
Yeah.
Hulk. But yeah.
So I made quite a few changes to my team. I got rid of Hajar to pick up Charles, and let's see who else. I got rid of Esteban, my favorite driver, to pick up Arvid, and then I'm trying to think. I got rid of Racing Bulls for Audi. So trying to have 2 A-tier drivers. Kylan questioned why I didn't just keep Hajar. Yeah, it's a valid point.
I think you have like the same amount of points as you would have had
Probably.
with just keeping your team, but you do you.
You got to shake it up a little bit. But I had 192 points. So we'll see. We'll see where we go after this.
My draft team scored 209. I had the option of going to Max instead of Hamilton, but I decided to keep Hamilton. I was worried about the reliability of the Red Bull, and I think Max only outscored Hamilton by 4 or 5 points, so it's not too much to worry about. Did I say how many points? 209.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got 70.
Ooh. Ouch.
I have George doubled, and then I have Checo on that team as well, so.
That's rough. I thought I was rough. I had 167 points. Again, I'm kind of stuck with this team right now, but I guess I'll take 167 points. It's better than 70.
Yeah. I might have to think about doubling Hajar instead of George.
I don't know why you didn't this week. Maybe DNF possibility, but obviously George did, so.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that?
I think Hajar still had the opportunity of scoring more points this weekend, but you do you.
He was counting on that Hajar DNF that he predicted.
Yeah. Just foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
For my no change team, I scored 93 points. Obviously, George doubled didn't really help at all.
What'd you have, Mason?
94 points.
182 points. I'm running away with the no change, no chip league. Right?
Yeah.
I haven't
You're
looked at
ahead
the
by
standings, but yeah.
123. I'm behind Mason by 101. So, yeah. For the first league, I'm ahead by over 300 and to Bjorn, and then Mason is behind Bjorn by 52.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
But the draft team, I've got to be last, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm first by almost 300 to Mason, and then Bjorn is almost 200 behind Mason. So, yeah.
You've used chips, though. We have not used any chips.
Yeah, I used Limitless in Monaco, which...
Didn't you use a triple?
Oh, yeah, I used triple last week for Kimi and Hamilton. So, neither of those really
That didn't work out for
helped,
you.
but hey, chips are chips.
Yep. All right.
Let's go to our predictions from last episode.
Our predictions episode.
Predictions episode. The first thing we predicted was biggest winner and loser from the weekend. Bjorn went for biggest winner Red Bull.
I think we can make an argument that Red Bull had a good weekend.
Yeah, Max
I don't know
getting
if they're
on the
the
podium.
biggest winner, but they're up there.
Definitely a winner.
Yep.
And biggest loser Williams, definitely down there.
Yeah. At this point, you can almost throw Williams, Haas, Cadillac, and Aston Martin in the same boat. They're anchored to the back of the grid, and they're not making much progress. Aston Martin's bringing their upgrades package next race. Hopefully it works for them. Hopefully it works for the fans as well. We've been waiting for this moment, and we'd love to see it work. At least see them not finishing 2 laps down, or more laps than that.
Yep. Mason's. Do you want to talk about?
No,
It's not over yet.
Oh. Okay. Well, Mason's biggest winner from this race, or prediction for the race was Arvid Lindblad. He got P9 behind Borletto. It's definitely a good race from him with the upgrades. Yeah. And
Can we put him in the biggest winner category though, or are there other winners ahead of him? People that had better races.
Hajar definitely had good race. Kimi obviously, Bortoletto.
It was a good pick. He had a good race. Not to take anything away from Arvid.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people had good races though.
Mason's biggest loser though was George Russell. What a prediction!
Yep. I got that right.
He did say that he would finish though and get P5, but still a good prediction.
No, I
Still the
think,
biggest
I
loser
think
of the race.
P5 would be him losing. So anything worse than that is him also losing.
Yeah. I went for
All right, we'll give it to you.
biggest winner, Ferrari. He got second and fourth. I'd say that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
And biggest loser, Norris. I definitely wouldn't say that he would be a winner.
But he's not
only
a
P7. Yeah, I don't think he's a loser
he would
either.
fall into the biggest loser category. He had a decent race.
Yeah.
Serving that penalty, and making his way through the field.
Yeah. Our next prediction was pole position. Bjorn went for Max Verstappen, and me and Mason went for Kimi. Kimi got pole by over 3/10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a fun qualifying though.
Yeah.
So you had Lando, Max, and Charles were all kind of there,
Mm-hmm.
at least on the first run of Q3. And then obviously Antonelli came through at the end. Max got the tow from Hajar, so it's fun to watch them execute that strategy as well.
Yeah. Our next prediction was qualifying P5, which is a random prediction. Bjorn went for George Russell. Mason went for Charles Leclerc. And I went for Oscar Piastri. That one was Charles Leclerc. Another prediction correct for Mason.
Way to go, Mason.
Yep. Bjorn's race podium was Max P1, Hamilton P2, Kimi P3. None of them in the right spot, but 2 of them are on the podium.
And the wrong Ferrari driver.
Wrong Ferrari driver. Mason's podium was Kimi first, which is correct. Max P2 and Hamilton P3. Max was obviously P3, so good for Mason again. I went for Charles P1, Kimi P2, Max P3. I had Charles and Kimi switched around from the actual order, and Max obviously P3. So all of our race podiums were good.
Good, not great.
I had all 3 of the drivers correct. Not
in the right order. That's why I said it's good, not great.
Okay. The random race position was P13. Bjorn went for Behrman, Mason went for Gasly, I went for Colapinto, and it was Hulkenberg. We were all pretty close. I think Behrman was 14th, Gasly was 12th, maybe, or 11th. I don't know. Where did Lawson end up?
They were fighting that whole time. Did Franco get the last point?
Yeah, Franco
got the last point.
So it was either Lawson or Gasly 11th, 12th.
So Gasly 11th, Lawson 12th, Hulk 13th, like you said, Behrman 14th.
Yeah, we predicted where Hadjar and Norris would finish. Bjorn said Hadjar P8 and Lando P6. Pretty close, Hadjar P6 and Lando P7. Oh, Mason said both would DNF. You really went in on the DNFs, but this one did not happen. And I went for Hadjar P6, which he got, and Lando P8. Just again, pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
And our crazy predictions. We went for Audi double points.
Half right.
No, that's not how that works.
Oh.
And I went for
partial points.
Audi double DNF, which did not happen because, Mason said Kimi DNF because he wanted him to finish.
Happen.
That's why I also went for Audi double DNF so that they would both finish. But Mason did also say that Borletta would score points, so.
Yeah, since you both were saying Audi things, I went in the middle and just said Borletta would get points.
Yeah. Good predictions.
Mm-hmm.
That's all of our predictions that we made.
I think for our next predictions episode, we should predict where Aston Martin will either qualify or finish, or just what our predictions are for Aston Martin with their upgraded car.
We sure can do that.
Unless you want to do it now.
We could do
Last.
it. Yeah. They get worse. That would be
It
terrible.
could happen. It could happen. I mean, we've seen other times where teams bring upgrades that don't work.
Yeah. Just really gotta hope for them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we could start a rumor,
Oh,
right?
what was it? Oh, Max to
Max
Audi.
to Audi.
Oh,
Based on nothing. We're just going to start a rumor.
Yep.
Max to Audi. Because I said in the last episode that it wouldn't make sense for Max to go to a customer team. Well, I had forgotten that Audi is a manufacturer. They have their own engine. So that would be a potential landing spot for Max. So I'm just going to put it out there.
What
We're
about
going to
Aston? Go back to Honda.
What about Cadillac in a couple years?
Yeah.
Max to Audi. Let's get this rumor going.
Yep.
We want to find ourselves in the online articles. Triple Overtake reporting that Max is going to Audi.
Yeah, because there's so many people.
Everybody listens to this. Well,
Yep.
they will now when you hashtag this.
Should I put the title as Max Verstappen to Audi confirmed?
Clickbait. Yep.
Yeah. That'd be
You
good.
just put Max to Audi and don't put anything, no, no confirmed, no question mark, just
maxed out.
Just a period.
yeah. People can infer their own punctuation.
Yeah. Some people would definitely click on it. That's a good idea.
Yep.
If you're listening to this and it's not that, yeah.
Hey, maybe Max will hear it and he'll think it's a great idea.
That'll definitely happen.
He'll want to hire us as his manager.
Not his own
Not his
dad.
own father. Nope. All right, now we're really getting into silly things.
I think Red Bull have confirmed Max's next race engineer after GP leaves. I think they're going to try to get him in for some races this year. Can't remember his name. I'll try to get that in next
Not
episode.
GP.
Yeah.
We'll learn his name when we have to.
Yeah. Probably later on this season we'll see him go in for a couple races.
Do we have a final score yet on the World Cup game?
It's 1-0 right now. It's looking like it's gonna be done unless Argentina can tie it up, but right now it's looking like Spain's gonna win.
Not good for Colapinto.
Good for Fernando and Carlos.
After the race they had today, they should be able to enjoy a Spain win.
Yeah. Both of them very difficult races.
Mm-hmm.
Fernando getting lapped twice at the longest lap of the year. Oh,
But he finished. I mean, think of where they were at the beginning of the year when they could only do like 5 laps.
yeah.
Well, anything else for us?
I don't think so. I don't think
Max to Audi.
Max Daddy.
Say it, Mason.
No.
Oh, come on.
We're a group. You have to say it.
We are triple
No.
overtake.
Now it's just double overtake and Mason.
All right.
Should I end it?
You sign us out.
That is it from the Triple Overtake crew. We will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye.